everybody. We're live here in Orlando. We have an amazing crowd here tonight. It is Wednesday. We're here with Carnival Cruise Lines. I'm Jen Lee, VP of Sales and Marketing for Travel Planners International, and we're here for vacation night.
Absolutely. We got a fun carnival night planned,
We do. So tonight is going to be filled with a bunch of new information about a couple of the new ships coming out.
I think I said big fun, big ships, big updates.
There you go. There you go. Big here and fun.
All kinds
at
of
Carnival.
big and fun, exactly.
There you go. So welcome. For those of you that are brand new, that are watching us first time on the live stream app, I'm kind of your co-host with Kirsten, who is the Business Development Director for Carnival Cruise Lines for the Orlando area. We are like the Kathy Lee and Hoda, though, of vacation nights.
Wednesday.
Right. Sure, we'll go with that.
Right.
That sounds
Cheers.
good.
Hope you're having a drink at home.
That's right. Yes, actually we are. We're hoping you're enjoying yourself. You're sitting back and relaxing. We promise the next 30 to 45 minutes are going to be filled with great information. Your job is to ask questions. That's what Kirsten's here for. If you are one of our TPI travel agents, if it's a travel agent related question, we will definitely get those questions answered to you via Marissabel and Elizabeth on the side here for us, and you can just type your questions in on the chat. If you're a consumer who is attached to one of our TPI agents, feel free to ask any question. We'll make sure that they get the questions directly to them, and we'll answer them for you live.
Absolutely.
Now, this is Kirsten's first time live.
It is. I am so excited to be here. I wish you guys could all be in the room. It's a fun crowd tonight. We're drinking a signature cocktail.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. How is it, everyone?
There we go. Yeah,
All right,
I'm not normally into those kind of things, but
I know. Well,
Yeah,
we got a surprise in store in a little bit. for
okay,
everyone.
good.
All right.
Good. Well, without further ado, I give you Kirsten and take it away.
Sure. So I know we've got a lot of folks who've been on Carnival and maybe a few newbies out there. So what I'd like to do is tell you a little bit about Carnival today and then talk about some of our new ships, because we've got some new fantastic ships that have just come out here. But in case you're not familiar with Carnival, we are the world's most popular cruise line. That's based on number of people sailing every year. Roughly 1 in every 5 people going on a cruise is going on a Carnival cruise.
Wow.
So we just have more of everyone coming on board. We like to think we've got a lot of great fun out there. We currently have 26 ships in our fleet. We just introduced our newest one a little over 3 weeks ago. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that in a while. But Jen, kind of in the meantime, I put together sort of our greatest hits here.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I know. We'll segue
You guys
into
are known
this.
for fun, yeah. That's where I'm from.
There we
Well,
go.
my husband is. The sky's also blue. Now, you're not moving to Sweet Home, Alabama?
I know.
Sweet Home, Alabama.
Wasn't that part of the requirements?
It was.
All right, so folks, a little bit more about Carnival. We are America's cruise line. We're out of 14 different ports around the continental United States, including Alabama. So Sweet Home North America here. Obviously, if you're here in the Florida market, we've got a lot of great ports, easy to get to. The rest of you around the country, we do have 14 around the continental U.S. We like to say that at least 50% of the U.S. population is within 6 hours or less driving distance. So hopefully wherever you are, you've got a ship close by.
Only 6 hours? That's not bad.
I mean, even from here, we made it to Tampa in
Like an hour and a half.
It wasn't bad at all.
Right.
So easy to get to a ship. We really want to get, especially if you're a first-time cruiser, get on board, get hooked, and then maybe move up to a longer cruise.
I love it. We're going to do music. I feel like we're at Studio 54 or something.
All right. Some of the crowd's getting into it. Hopefully at home they're dancing.
Please tell us if you're dancing. Go ahead and type that in right now.
Fun. But so who are you going to find on Carnival? So I mentioned like 1 in every 5 people going on a cruise is going on a Carnival cruise. Just because of those numbers, you have more of everyone on board. So a few of the different groups that you're going to find what we call the relaxed extroverts. People who just like to have fun, kick up their heels in a laid-back, non-pretentious atmosphere. So people who like to have a good time and meet other people. That's who the Carnival people are. You're also going to find the kids pleasers, the people taking their kids on board. We've got a fantastic children program on board, Camp Ocean. It's for kids 2 to 11 years old. They take them around the ships, do all kinds of fun activities. So something to keep the kids busy while the parents can go off and have their own vacation.
So
too.
from 2 to 11, do you have anything that's higher than 11?
We do.
Or you just throw them in the casino?
No, You actually still have to be 18 to be able to gamble.
Whatever.
But no, you're right. You're right. So the 12 to 14-year-olds, they've got their own program. Probably the hardest group to entertain, the 15 to 17-year-olds. We used to find teenagers roaming in packs around the ship. So gave them their own place to hang out, their own lounge. So they've got their own program too. And at 18, you can gamble.
Right. Yeah, I think that's probably one of the questions. Like, where do all the kids get to go, and are they going to be bothering me?
Sure. So a couple of you. Well, that's a good question. I'll tell you, I just got off. So I was on the Carnival Magic, which is our ship out of Port Canaveral. I was on with family. We had kids with us. Spring break, the peak week for spring break, 1,600 kids.
Ooh.
Yes. Ooh, see, there's one of those. Ooh.
Yeah. It just depends if you like kids or not. Right.
But I got to say, so we were with kids, and you definitely knew there were kids on board. You saw them. I mean, there was no escaping them. 3,700 people on the ship, 1,600 of them kids. But there were plenty of programs. They were always doing scavenger hunts. They were doing parades. They were roaming around doing activities. So they had plenty of things to keep them occupied.
That's good. As a parent, you want your kids to be occupied.
Sure, so you can go off and do
away from
your
you.
vacation.
Exactly.
And then in addition to that, you find your couples who want to disconnect. You find multi-generational families. You find people who want to go as a group and have fun, do their own thing, but then come together as a group for dinner in the evening. So you do find a little bit of everyone. We actually have more children than any other cruise line, more senior citizens, more members of the armed services. So do know we love our military out there. So you really can find a cruise out there for everyone.
Love it.
There we go.
I just feel like all I've done is do it.
All right, so we're walking this way.
Okay.
I want to tell you about some of our new ships.
Vista, I've heard good things.
Yeah, so one of our brand new ships, so Carnival Vista came out actually in 2016. She was a brand new class of ship for us. Really groundbreaking, largest ship to date in the Carnival fleet. So holds about 4,000 people, double occupancy, about 5,000 at full occupancy. So not the largest out there by any means, but the largest within the Carnival Cruise Line brand. So Vista was groundbreaking, a lot of really cool innovative features, things like the first ever IMAX at sea. So you've got a 3-level high IMAX theater on board.
Oh, wow.
We do first run movies, we do recent hits, you watch short little films there. But something fun to do with the family.
Yeah.
Maybe you've been to the show, maybe you want to do something different on board. So you've got your IMAX on board. We also introduced an entire sports square complex. So this is in the back of the ship. You've got a ropes course where some of you have been on the Carnival ships. Carnival Sunshine, Carnival Magic, Carnival Breeze, Carnival Vista all have rope courses, but they strap you in and you go through and you do the shaky bridge and the tightrope walk and the different elements out there. We also put on
done
Sky
that?
Ride.
Who's done? Dee, you've done that?
Dee's done that.
Oh my gracious!
I did the Sky Ride.
Did you do
did
Sky Ride? So Sky Ride is an aerial bike.
Invigorating is what Effie
So
just
Effie,
said.
I found out what happens if you get stuck. So just so you guys know back home, not personally.
Yeah.
But it's 2 recumbent bikes. Those little pictures you're looking at there, the blue and the red bikes there, Jen, those are recumbent bikes. And if you do get stuck, first of all, they have a pole that they can pull you back in. Secondly, if you're too far out, they've got 2 sets of bikes. They'll send one out and push you back around.
Oh my gracious!
But it is some spectacular 360-degree views.
I think
Look at
that's
her.
the-
She said no.
No. Now I want to do the bikes. I'm going to definitely do the bikes.
All right,
I don't know about the
awesome.
rickety bridge, but now that I know my friend Dee has done it, I guess I have to do it.
Rickety Bridge actually is a little challenging. Usually it's a bunch of like 8-year-olds behind me going, "Lady, you're going too slow. Put your foot there."
Yeah. Oh, I love that. We're teaching them. Look
There we
at that.
go.
Look how awesome
So there's
that
another
is.
picture of Sky Ride.
Nobody else has that, right?
No, it's
Only on Carnival.
I think a guy up in Pennsylvania developed this track, and we put it on. It's
Well,
really
there
cool.
you can't go wrong with a Pennsylvania guy.
There you
Okay,
go.
that sounds good.
Hi, Pennsylvania.
Who's from Pennsylvania out there? Oh, that's right.
Fun.
Massive Pittsburgh fan. I know this.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So also on Carnival Vista, we introduced a couple new types of staterooms. So we introduced our Havana Cabanas. These are
look at
Caribbean-themed rooms. You get private access during the day to the Caribbean pool area. So they've been a huge hit. I'll tell you, if any of you out there are looking to go on Carnival Vista or Carnival Horizon that we'll talk about next, if you find one of these rooms, put a deposit on it because they go very, very quickly.
What's the name of it?
They're
Havana
Cabanas.
Y'all should write that down.
Yeah.
Havana Cabanas.
So they're all in the back of the ship. There's a pool area back there, and only people in the Havana Cabanas get access to that pool during the day. After 7 p.m., we bring in a salsa band, merengue, live music, uplighting, and it becomes a party back there.
Okay, that's something to definitely write down, the Havana Cabanas.
Yeah.
Now, Christine wants to know, is there an extra fee for the Sky Ride?
No extra fee.
No extra fee, Christine.
No extra fee. Just wear
That's
tennis
awesome.
shoes. If you go in flip-flops, they'll turn you around.
Darn it.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Tiffany said she's ready to rock and roll on the bikes. Okay,
Oh,
good deal.
fantastic.
All right, I'll be
Oh,
there
good.
with
Hopefully
you.
she's dancing.
Yeah, well, she
I
might be.
know.
They
She
better
might
start
be. You
dancing.
never-
That's
you
all I
never
got to say. Okay, Havana Cabana. That's pretty darn exciting.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cough in my mic there. So another new type of room that we introduced are family harbor staterooms, talking about all those families on board. These are all down on deck too, so even if you're not cruising with a family, know that there's a place we keep them. We put them all down on deck too. So they will hold up to 5 people, nautical theme. They also have access to a private lounge called the Family Harbor Lounge, where they can go and do breakfast, they can do ice cream 24 hours a day, and have their own concierge. Yeah, so great place for families too. So lots of exclusive little areas within the Carnival Vista, excuse me. If any of you have been on any of our other Carnival ships, we did put on all of our guest favorites with the Carnival Vista. So we've got Guy's Burger Joint. By the way, you guys here in the room, this is a Guy's inspired menu today.
Yes.
So it's a partnership with Guy Fieri. We do custom-made burgers out by the pool. They're complimentary, but we've got a little
really?
sampling here. Yeah.
I have lipstick on. I can't eat any of the burgers right now.
I know. Well, that and
That and
wine going
that
on.
and the fact that we're presenting, I
There you
probably
go.
shouldn't eat
That's true.
something. I get it.
So all our guest favorites put on the Carnival Vista. Where is she right now? Because Jen, I know you were dying to know where Vista
Yes,
is, right?
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
I wanna
Vista,
go on
she's
Vista.
currently in Miami right now. So she's doing our 6 and 8 day cruises, 6 days down to the Western Caribbean, 8 day going down to the Southern Caribbean, going to Aruba, Curacao, Dominican Republic, and Grand Turk, and then also the 8 day Eastern Caribbean. So 8 day Eastern gets you to some places you probably have been before, maybe Grand Turk, San Juan, but also gets you into St. Kitts and St. Martin.
I love it.
Nice thing about that too, Jen, is you leave on a Saturday and come back on a Sunday. So it's still only 1 week where you're not having to take off 2 weeks. It's
That's a
not
good
an
point.
8 day that straddles 2 weeks there.
That's a good point.
So great itinerary for our friends that are in Texas. In September, we're moving the Vista out there, and she'll be doing the 7 day Western Caribbean. So any of you Texas folks, we're bringing the new ship to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Say yeehaw.
Yeehaw. There they go. Now they're catching on.
Oh, I love
There we go.
We built this city on rock and roll. We built this city on rock and roll.
All right, now we're turning it into Ellen. Forget Kathy Lynn Hoda. Now we're Ellen. We're dancing.
I love it.
There we go.
I love
there
it.
There we go.
I'm just as thin as Ellen too. So this, just to pause for a second, I
Sure.
love the fact that you've included music in your presentation. Nobody else does that. So that should tell you the difference that you're going to feel on a Carnival ship. It's always just going to be happy and fun.
We're all about fun and
right?
having a good time,
Right?
really.
Just
Yes.
really about having a good old time.
Absolutely.
Love it. Love it.
So I say we built this city, this ship on rock and roll. So not quite on rock and roll, but
Yeah.
we built the ship in Italy actually. So Carnival Horizon, I mentioned, is our new baby. So this ship made her debut just a little over 3 weeks ago on April 2nd. So sister ship to the Carnival Vista, has all the same great features as Carnival Vista along with a few new ones. So Carnival Vista, here she is over. This is hot off the press from Europe. The ship is still over in Europe sailing, and she'll be making her way soon to the States. So a bit of a preview to see the ship before she comes over here. So here she is in Barcelona. First maiden voyage here.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah, so when you walk on, you've got these. Effie, you've been on Vista. Anyone been on? You've been on Vista, okay. So you walk on, you've got what we call these dreamscapes. There's these big LED columns. That's a stingray right there, in case you're
Is
wondering.
it a real stingray?
No.
Oh, it's just a picture.
Yes, no, they're graphics.
Just thought maybe
that
he was
change.
swimming around.
Yeah, no, they
I mean,
change
having a good time.
graphics
Oh,
and-
okay.
yeah.
Gotcha. Makes
So it could be things like an underwater scene. It could be outer space. We actually do an American flag one for 4th of July, Memorial Day weekend. We usually do a military appreciation and put the flag up there too.
America's Cruise Lines.
And if that isn't touching enough, I got to show you this too. So these big dreamscapes, they change graphics throughout the cruise. We've had a partnership for the last 7 years with St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So we wanted to sort of continue that partnership. We're actually featuring artwork from the patients at St. Jude's on these too. So just something nice and touching on board. But they really are spectacular when you walk on and you see these big dreamscapes. People drop their bags at the bar and start taking pictures.
Yeah. They drop the
Another
bags at the
picture.
bar and take
We've
pictures
gone
at St.
all
Jude's.
digital. So now your pictures, you get them on your phone.
Really?
Cool, yeah.
So you don't have to stand in that line and like.
No. They all show up on your phone, or you can go and pull your photos up on that big digital wall.
Love it.
So it's all digital. I see you nodding along. You did it on Vista too, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so great. We're moving to a digital platform just so you can get a look of what the ship looks like. These are the guest corridors. So this is sort of the new look as the ships go through refurbishment and the new ships coming out. Very resort-like with the faux wood slat doors. Mm-hmm. This is one of those family harbor rooms we were talking about.
Oh, that's
another
cute.
view of it. Just so you can get an idea of what the ship looks like. Our waterworks. So we have water parks on all of our ships. So with the Carnival Horizon, we did a Dr. Seuss theme. We have a partnership with Dr. Seuss Enterprises. We actually do a breakfast. It's green eggs and ham.
Oh my God, I've always wanted to do that.
Have you guys done that? They are like bright green eggs. They're a little off-putting, but they taste like eggs.
Yeah.
But you got to get green eggs and ham at the breakfast.
Of course.
Yeah. So we've got a Dr. Seuss themed water park. So the red and white water slide out here. We've got the spray park. We've got the characters. It's a fun place for kids. Here's just another view looking down from the slide. I got a bunch of those slide pictures apparently. It is a raft ride for one person or two people, but some spectacular views if you get up there. We also have the whole sports square complex as well with the mini golf, the ropes course, the sky ride. Just another picture of that sky ride here.
It's so bright. It's so bright and cheerful and happy.
It is. I hear. So the reviews I'm hearing is it's a swanky ship.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very swanky.
Swanky.
Yeah, it's very swanky. The elevators too. If any of you have seen any of the Carnival Facebook videos, they're those elevators like you find in Miami or New York, where you call the car to go to deck 10, and it tells you which elevator to go to.
Oh yes, I've seen that.
So you don't actually get in the elevator and push a button.
Right.
You tell it where you want to go, and then it tells you which one to get in.
Right. That's when I usually take the stairs because I get very confused by those things.
Well, we
But-
actually had a call yesterday, and someone
Yeah.
said, well, what if you change your mind and want to get off? And someone said, well, use the stairs.
Exactly. You've made a commitment.
There you go. So that Havana bar area, very Caribbean themed. Yeah, I
beautiful.
told you in the evening it becomes like the party place. We bring in the salsa and merengue. It's fun. Nobody goes to the nightclub anymore. Everyone's here dancing.
Yeah,
Do you
I love
salsa?
Didn't you see me dancing before?
Yeah, I did. That's true. I don't have any music here.
That's okay. I don't need music.
We put
I'm
on new.
inspired.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
We put on new retail now. This inspires me. I don't know about you.
A Victoria's Secret on a cruise ship. Have y'all seen that before?
Is that a smart partnership or what?
Very smart.
So all new retail spaces on Carnival Horizon, actually smaller little kiosks on some of the existing ships as well. The Victoria's Secret, I got to tell you, is more of the cosmetics and the lotions and things. Not so much the lingeries and all. Yes, there's a few. Just not as big as the
I like the
stores.
way that stuff smells. That's good.
Kate Spade. We've got Kate Spade. We've got Pandora. We're putting on Tag Heuer. So lots of nice upgraded retail spaces. I'll tell you, that's one of my favorite activities on a cruise.
Yeah.
A little bit of shopping. A little bit of retail therapy.
I like to be outside by the pool. And now I'm going to be on that pool, on that deck, doing the merengue.
There you go. Actually, you know where I think you should be? Is the Alchemy Bar. So I got to tell you guys about the Alchemy Bar. Who's been to an Alchemy Bar?
So for y'all that are watching via live stream, it wasn't this. It was
over the top. So Alchemy Bars, Jen, I hate to admit it, but this actually is probably my favorite space on the ship.
Sure.
It is made to look like a vintage pharmacy, and the bartenders all wear white lab coats, and they write you a prescription for whatever ails you. So those of you who are watching this virtually don't know this, but I have a signature drink here, which I told you I'd talk about. We're actually going to make one of the signature Alchemy Bar drinks.
I just thought you were leaving this stuff here. We're going to actually work?
We're going to work here.
Yeah, let's
Jen,
do it.
I'm
Do
going
I
to
get
tell
to
you
do
what we're doing
something?
here. Yes, if
Okay.
you'll grab that shaker over
You have
there.
somebody
So
might have
this
to
is
help
going
me.
to be a spicy pineapple
Effie,
martini.
come help me.
Spicy
Okay.
chipotle pineapple martini.
Okay.
So we're going to grab the shaker.
Okay, got
and then
that.
You've got your measuring here.
Okay.
So yeah, take the whole thing off.
Yeah, that's clearly I
part.
don't know what I'm doing.
All right.
I don't know. Can y'all see me? You got the camera thing?
everyone
okay.
see it on the camera?
All right. Help me out here.
All right, so we're going to take the vodka. So by the way, folks,
that the vodka?
just so you all know, that's vodka. I made it pretty. The vodka is jalapeno infused. So in case you were wondering why it was so darn spicy, and just point of reference, if you do it, this is probably too many jalapenos to use.
Oh my God, you got it?
One or two?
Yeah.
Three.
Do 3.
We're gonna
So
do-
we're going to do 3. Wow, these
That was
jalapenos.
2. That was already 2.
So we're going to do 2.
Okay.
How many we got?
We got 3.
3. All
okay.
right. Next we're going to take the pineapple juice, which is the big one.
Okay, I got that.
So we're going to do equal proportions. So we're going to do 3 of those as well.
Okay. This thing is heavy.
Let me see.
I'll just
heavy.
do
It's hard
this.
to do one-handed.
One, two.
Whoa,
This is how I
yeah.
cook at home.
One more, just a little, just a tiny bit. There you
Tiny
go.
bit. There we
you
go.
There
Sorry
you go.
about that. Okay, got
And
that.
then last part, we're going to do, actually we're going to do the simple syrup.
That's this.
So we're going to put half an ounce. You can measure it or you can eyeball it.
Clearly, we are not allowed to work at the Alchemy Bar.
No, I would be a terrible bartender.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so about
looks
half
good.
an ounce of that. All right, let's grab some mint. Just grab a couple leaves of mint over there. See, this really is like Kathy's Leonhoda, right?
I'm telling you.
Grab some leaves, crush them up, drop them in.
You know what you're doing.
There she goes. And then Jen, well, let's put the lid on too after you
This
finish.
one right here?
And this one.
Okay.
And now shake it like you're on vacation.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. Let's see. Shake it like
Am
you're
I on camera? Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
There you go. All right. Wait, we got to get this on camera too, don't we?
Okay, here we go.
All right,
That's
Josh-
okay. We got
Josh zooming
Josh
in?
has got it.
Zooming in.
Uh-oh,
All right,
here we
let's
go.
go ahead and pour it in the martini glasses.
Oh, Suki, Suki. No, you're going to have one of these with me. Let's make this happen.
Effie liked them, right?
Here we go.
Spicy. All right. Wait. You got to do it the right way.
Oh my God.
Yes, no, here, get the leaf. Okay, so get the whole leaf.
Okay.
Put it in your hand.
Uh-huh.
Smack it. There
Yes.
you go. Now that's the right way. So it's supposed to release the mint when you smack it that way.
Smack the leaf.
There
This
we
is the
go,
kind of
there
fun
we
we're having
go.
on Carnival. Okay, now we have to drink it.
Now you gotta
right?
give it a
Now we
try.
have to give it a
Yeah,
drink.
Give it a try.
God only knows.
There we go. Give 'em a round of
Cheers,
applause.
Cheers. Here's to a fun vacation.
How is it?
Uh-huh.
It's spicy. It is spicy, right, folks?
Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, that's good. We'll keep that going. Okay.
So if you at home want that recipe, I'm sure we can get it over to everyone.
Oh my God.
Oh, there we go.
Our own Kathleen.
Or better yet, rather than making it at home, get on a Carnival cruise and go to the Alchemy Bar. It's a
They
little
know what they're
easier that way.
doing. They know what they're
They're
doing.
better than we are.
Good job, Effie, by the
All
way.
right,
Thank you for your
thank you.
assistance, babe. Thank you.
All right,
Yeah.
so you got the Alchemy Bar on board. Hot spot in the evening, great gathering place. We also put a teppanyaki table on the Carnival Horizon. So this is your Japanese steakhouse. You get the full meal. It's open during lunch on sea days and then also in the evenings. There is a nominal cost, but pretty comparable to what you'd find at the regular Japanese steakhouse. You get your lobster, you can get steak, you can get shrimp, about $25 with everything included, with the soup, salad, rice, shrimp, all the other extras that come with it. So that's been a hot spot. We've also put on, continuing our partnership with Guy Fieri, we put on Guy's Smokehouse. So this is an indoor-outdoor. I hear this is actually the place to be on Horizon.
All right, write that down. Indoor smokehouse. What's that called?
Guy's Smokehouse.
Guy's Smokehouse. Okay.
Guy's Smokehouse, so Guy's doing his brisket and his pulled pork and all the good southern sides like mac and cheese and bourbon baked beans and all kinds of good
Yes.
stuff. Yeah.
Yes to everything he makes. Yes.
So this is open for lunch during the day. It's complimentary. In the evening, a la carte pricing. You can get his trash can nachos where they throw everything on top of them.
It's complimentary during the week, during the day?
During the day is complimentary. So in the
Nice.
evening, though, there is a brewmaster. So you're brewing beer while you cruise. So there's 4 different craft beers that are being brewed. So cool place to hang out. Like I said, I hear this is the hot spot.
Yeah.
So that's Horizon. Where's she going? So she is in Europe right now. In May, she's going to make her way over to the States. So if any of you folks are up in the Northeast, she'll be up in New York for the summer months. She'll do 5-day Bermuda cruises and then 8-day Eastern Caribbean. And then in September, she's going to come to Miami and take over for the Carnival Vista. So she'll take over all those itineraries that we were talking about that Vista does. So you can either cruise Vista now or cruise Horizon later. So you've got lots of options if you're here in Orlando.
Cool.
I have a question.
Sure.
So what would you say like is the biggest difference between the Vista and the Horizon? Like
Yeah. So
amenities.
sure. So the question is what's the difference between the Horizon and the Vista? So Horizon is going to have all of the same features as the Carnival Vista. Vista is a fantastic ship. Horizon just builds a little bit on those amenities. So you've got like the smokehouse and the brew house. You've got the teppanyaki tables, but you're still going to have lots of fantastic amenities on Vista as well. I mean, both of them are beautiful ships.
Okay.
All
Any
right.
other questions? Are we doing good?
No.
right.
We got Kathy. They were basically Kathy and Hoda. as the
Oh,
whole
okay.
group, so-
I thought we lost them after the drinks.
No. I think
okay,
we
good.
kept them because of the drinks.
Okay,
so we're
good,
good. We're good.
Do they want to see us make another?
No,
No,
I know.
no,
I'm
no.
good with
Okay,
this
we're
one.
good,
We
we're
gotta
good.
be falling over. Now come on, we gotta be dancing, right? It can't just be us. Hold on to the feeling, sweet light.
All right, I just realized the microphone. Hopefully I wasn't singing too much.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
definitely
I
off
know.
tune, so.
So So don't stop believing. We're not stopping with Carnival Horizon.
Good.
So we've got a few other ships that are coming out. Next one will be a third Vista class ship. So this will be the Carnival Panorama, sister ship to both Vista and Horizon. She'll have all the same features as Carnival Horizon and hopefully a few others announced. So this one is going to be more for our folks in California. So West Coast, we're bringing a new ship to you.
All right.
So Carnival Panorama makes her debut in December of 2019. She'll be doing the 7-day Mexican Riviera cruises. So even if you are here on the East Coast, if you're looking for a new ship, if you're looking for a new itinerary, this is a great itinerary. Maybe you've been down to the Bahamas or down to Cozumel multiple times. This gets you down to the Mexican Riviera where you go to Mazatlan, Puerto Vallarta, and Cabo San Lucas. So some great little resort towns there off the West Coast. So that'll be December of 2019.
So when they go to Cabo, does it like stay overnight? Is it just for the day?
Most of them are going to be just for the day.
Okay.
Sometimes you will find some stops that will do maybe 2 days where you get back on the ship and then come back in the next day, and that could be either Cabo or Puerto Vallarta.
It's a great way to see Mexico then, right? All the little
Absolutely.
beach towns and stuff like that without having to stay in Mexico.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
absolutely. No better way to travel than a cruise ship. Don't you guys agree? You just unpack once, you're on board.
That is what I like.
You don't have to worry about your martinis. You can have martinis and
And it seems
somebody
like
drives you home.
It seems like every time you go back to your room, they've cleaned it. Like constantly. It's constantly cleaned. And when I got home,
They're
that was
miracle
not the same
workers.
situation.
Your husband didn't make you a little towel animal on the bed?
No, he did not. No. But I loved it. It is a great way. It is a great way to
It's an
travel.
easy vacation where you're not having to worry about transportation.
We've got a bunch of people saying they cannot wait for Panorama.
Oh, fantastic. So our West
Good.
Coast is ready.
Yes. It's so in brand to play the music. Every day.
Nobody else is dancing.
They're dancing in their head. Don't worry about it.
And they're
It's all
dancing
good.
at home.
They're dancing at
I'm
home.
sure. Hopefully they hear the music.
They do.
Okay, good. Good.
Don't worry about
So
it.
some things about business. So some things and tips I wanted to pass along to you all. So we are open. I know some of you are asking, when should I book? General rule of thumb, as far out as possible. So we are open for sailings through April of 2020. The only exception to that is Carnival Panorama that's going to the West Coast is open through December 2020. So if you're looking for next summer, if you're looking for spring break of 2020, you can always start planning that now. So usually the way business works, because I hear this all the time, and I'm sure out there you probably have the same questions. Am I better to book a year in advance? Am I better to wait until a month prior? When am I going to get the best deal? So I will tell you, cruising has been very strong the last couple years. We haven't seen a lot of the last minute deals out there. So you really do want to plan further in advance. Typically, the further in advance you book, the better the pricing is going to be.
Well, and also the better the selection that you have as well. A lot of these
Absolutely, yeah.
last minute, you end up in some, a deck that
front
you
of the
did,
ship.
or is the front the bad part?
Yeah, front has a little more motion to it.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you know you're going to go on vacation, which most people know they're going to go on vacation every single year, or you're going to have to force yourself, right, to go ahead and just put a date on the books and make that happen. So,
Right. Yeah,
That's
so the-
awesome.
The further out you can plan, the better. And for those of you looking for summer of 2020, probably this fall. I know I've had a few of you ask that, but probably a little later on this year before
what
we
year
come
are
out
we
any
in right
further.
now? 2018?
2018, that's 2 years in advance. I
So
mean,
we're
exactly
basically
2
over
years.
with this year. We're skipping 2019. We're not even talking about it
right,
anymore. Okay,
right.
gotcha. Okay.
Well, no, there's still plenty of space though.
Of course.
So don't get me wrong though, there's still plenty of availability for 2018 and 2019.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the closer you wait. Like if you're looking for 4th of July right now, book it now. Don't
Mm-hmm.
wait any longer because summer is definitely peak season. Rule of thumb, when the kids are out of school, pricing is higher.
Yeah.
So summer, spring break, holidays, that's when your pricing is going to be at the higher points.
That's one of the advantages of working with a travel agent as well. A lot of times
Mm-hmm,
we've blocked off different cabins earlier on, so we've locked in some pricing, and then
Right.
y'all can book into that as an individual, as a consumer.
Plus you all, our travel agent partners, they know the best way to navigate the pricing. There's a lot of deals out there and sometimes trying to figure out what the best one is, it's confusing. So you need the expert to sort of guide you towards the best price point out there.
Yep. Book now. Book often.
So kind of more insider information. Has anyone been to Cuba here? Anyone in the room?
You haven't been to Cuba yet? Been to Cuba? You haven't been to Cuba? Oh, that's
All
got to be
right.
your next trip.
Nope, we talked about that earlier. We're going to send her to Aruba. Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
I thought I heard somebody, when we asked if they've been to Cuba, someone said, I've been to Massachusetts. And I'm like, I don't think that's the same thing. Okay, so I might have
I don't have
misunderstood
music
it.
for that one.
No, that's okay.
So Cuba. So Cuba is kind of the newest destination in the Caribbean for years and years. I've been in the industry for about 18 years now, and the question is always, when are you going to Cuba? When are you going to Cuba? We're finally starting to get into Cuba now. So Carnival does have sailings primarily out of the Tampa market on the Carnival Paradise. Carnival Paradise was just newly refurbished, looks fantastic, and also on the Carnival Sensation out of Miami. So the sailings out of Tampa most of them are going to include an overnight in Havana. Sailings out of Miami are going to be more of a long day stay down in Havana. But a couple things, if you're thinking of a trip down there, if you're looking to go to the newest destination, a couple things you do need to know. One, you do need a passport. Just kind of, Jen, I'm not sure if everyone out in the audience knows or if in this room knows, but you can still cruise. American citizens or U.S. citizens can still cruise on a birth certificate.
Oh,
so if
to
they're
Cuba?
watching, not to Cuba,
Oh.
just in general.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just in
Sorry.
general. So just know if you're looking at any other places to go out of the U.S. other than Cuba, you can still cruise on a birth certificate. So if anyone in the audience out there, or anyone in this audience, has been contemplating going on a cruise and you've been holding back because you have no passport, it's not really a necessary item. Now, you'll need it to fly back home if you had an emergency, but
I
you
didn't know
don't.
that.
Yeah. Now, Cuba is a different story, so
Right.
this is sort of where I was going
Did
with
anybody
this.
have any questions about that? Anybody
that
in
make
the
sense?
audience? Yes,
I
ma'am.
know you have to have a passport, and I know when we went last year, Carnival did the visa for us. Are they still going to do that?
They are. So any other destination in the Caribbean, you can cruise on a birth certificate. Cuba's different. Cuba, you do have to have a passport, and you do have to have a visa. So Carnival does facilitate that for you. It's $75 per person for a single-time entry visa. So basically, it's charged to your onboard account. We give it to you on board. You hand it over in Havana, and that's sort of that. You also have to still go under one of 12 approved clauses down to Cuba. So most of our guests are going down under the people-to-people clause. So you pretty much have to do a tour to hit those requirements.
And you're going to want to do a tour anyway. I've been to Cuba twice, once on land and once via a ship. And you don't want to just like show up in Cuba.
Right.
You need some help because it's not easy to navigate. It's not easy to like walk around. You can only go to a certain thing. So one of those excursions or those tours are going to show you the absolute best of Cuba.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's just it. You may have to do a tour, but you're going to get into places that you probably wouldn't have seen on your own. So some really great cultural tours and historical sites and religious sites too.
So we've got a couple of questions. Don Carpenter is asking, what do you have to offer for adult cruises? Well, adults are allowed on the Carnival Cruise. I think I got that right, right?
You got
You're
that.
allowed to go.
So I think he's probably scared when I said 1,600 kids.
Oh,
Is maybe where he's coming from. So Don, just know that, I mean, it's going to depend on time of year you go. I have gone on cruises in January on a 3-day cruise. The average age has been 72. I mean, it just depends on the time of year you're going. If you don't want to be around a lot of kids, I wouldn't go in the summer. I know we were talking about that earlier. So don't go in the summer, don't go during spring break. But for the most part, you're going to find a nice mix and a nice variety of people on board. So we don't have exclusive adults-only cruises, but there are certain times of year you can go that's going to be better.
Yeah, I mean,
Parts of the ship for adults.
There are,
there
absolutely.
are parts of
Great
the ship
point.
for the adults only, right?
Yeah, so we
I'm
do
just
have-
repeating your
no,
question because I can hear you, yeah.
Yes, no, he's got a great point. So we do have areas that are exclusive for adults. So we've got our adults-only Serenity area. The Havana areas I was talking about on Vista, Horizon, and Panorama, you have to be, and that still doesn't exclude some of the middle-aged children, but 12 years and older, so it does weed out some of the smaller children there. But there are areas you can go to if you want to get away from the kids too. So a great point, thank you.
And it's a big ship.
It is.
I mean, for heaven's sakes. Okay, hold on. We've got more questions. Okay, so Don, that means you can go. Okay, I'm just saying, or you can ask your travel agent to help you. Can you get off the ship with only a birth certificate?
Not in Cuba, but in any other port. So let's say you're cruising round trip out of Galveston or round trip out of Port Canaveral. As long as you're not going to Cuba, U.S. citizens can still travel on a birth certificate. Has to be the one with the raised seal, so the city, county, or state issued, not the one with the baby feet on it. Don't show up at the pier. We have people show up at the pier with Bibles.
Oh,
I know, because they have their record of birth in it. And I know.
So it has little clipping from the newspaper. I was born. That's not official.
It's not official.
Oh my God.
So you do have to have something official, so government issued, and your driver's license.
Got it. And then just back to the this opened up a lot of questions. Does it have to be a closed loop cruise for a birth certificate?
It does have to be closed loop. Tom knows his stuff. Tom, you're good.
Yeah.
So it is closed loop round trip in and out of the same U.S. city. So Port Canaveral, Galveston, Long Beach. So just round trip.
So for those of you who didn't necessarily buy into what Kirsten had to say about the adult section, we have two people who've said they both have gone on Carnival, and the adults only section was amazing.
Good.
Got
that's
one of
great.
the good. They went without their kids, and they had a great time in the adult only section. So.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Which actually is kind of a good segue into my next topic.
Oh, are we going to sing again? Are we dancing?
Oh,
What
no,
are we
not
doing?
yet, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, but I've got alcohol.
Okay, good.
So kind of insider tips here. Some of you know this, some of you may not know it, but we do have an all-inclusive beverage program on board. For years in the industry, it always, go on board, you can buy one of those secret cards and get all your drinks included. So the cruise lines heard all this chatter going on and eventually came out with our own program. So ours is Cheers. It is all-inclusive beverages. It's $51.95 per person per day, plus a 15% gratuity. So it's a great way to budget for your cruise. So it is limited. Some of you will be really impressed or really appalled. I'm not sure which. But it is 15 drinks within a 24-hour time period. And it's all drinks. Look, no reaction. They can all drink 15
Where they're
drinks.
calculating in their head, is that going to be enough?
I know.
That's what they're
Well, that's- I know,
calculating,
I know.
right? So I'm awake at 7 a.m. and I go to bed at 1.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep,
How
yep.
many drinks does that include? Yeah.
So 15 drinks within a 24-hour time period.
Bloody Marys in the morning.
There you go.
And, well, you
Beers
got
out
to
by
start
the
with a
pool.
Bloody Mary. Yeah, exactly.
But it is for all drinks priced $10, priced $50 and lower. Now, what
Oh,
we have
wow.
on board that's $50, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Something at the Alchemy, is that included?
Yeah, anything at Alchemy. So usually a martini like that would run you probably around $11, $12. So pretty comparable to what you'd pay on land. But something at Alchemy would be included. Your mixed drinks, your glasses of wine. If you find a nice cognac you like, again, it's for all drinks $50 and lower. Oh, bless you.
F, I'm not going to charge you for that drink, okay? I'm just going to tell you.
But it is a great program for some of you who are looking for ways. You know, if you're going on vacation and you know you've already paid for it, you've got your budget set, you don't have to add everything up while you're sitting by the pool going, wait a minute, okay, I spent $10 here and $12 here. You can just be on vacation and not worry about it.
Now I'm going to ask a sensitive question, but I have to ask this question.
Sure.
So my husband doesn't drink, so it's myself and him. I'm going to probably still share a cabin with him. So do we both have to? Do we both have to buy the package?
Actually, that is a great question.
Right.
Because we do get that one a lot. We do require that everyone 21 or older in the room, if one person buys it, the other person does.
So it might be. So that means I get 30 drinks a day.
There you go. There you go.
Or just try not to fall off the ship, and I'll just buy a la carte.
But honestly, Jen, you know, that is a sensitive question, and we
Sure.
have heard the feedback. People do bring it up. Right now, we don't see it changing because it does seem to be working in its current form for us, but we tried to make it a little more appealing for the non-drinker.
Yeah.
So it's unlimited non-alcoholic drinks as well. So forget the 15 drink limit. It doesn't count towards it, but unlimited bottled water, Coca-Cola, specialty coffees, milkshakes, that sort of thing.
Well, right there, my husband loves a milkshake.
Oh, there you go.
Well, there you go.
He could do his 15 milkshakes too.
And gain the 15 pounds. Okay. So Tracy, is it every drink or just the alcohol that's in the 15?
It's only the alcohol.
Only the
Yes.
alcohol.
Good question.
Do you have a promo that you can pick Cheers and only pay the gratuities?
That's not us. No, I think that's someone else. So Cheers is the only program we have. There's only one price point for it, so it's $51.95 per person per day if you buy it in advance. If you wait until you get on the ship, though, it is $54.95 per person
Oh,
per day.
you know what? I do like the fact that it's only one, because I remember I went on a cruise line and it was like 6 different options, and have y'all experienced that? Yeah, you need like a slide rule to figure out what kind of drink package to buy.
what you're able to get.
Correct,
Exactly.
I just have other people buy my drinks. Okay, so that's all that for those
All right,
questions.
awesome. Like your husband?
Yeah.
So I do want you all to know, too, we are Wi-Fi bow to stern on all of our ships. Years ago, my way of cruising, I would take the phone, Jen, I don't know about you, stick it in a safe and forget about it for a week.
No.
But, you know, these days everyone's very connected, and people want to put their pictures on Instagram and Facebook. So we do have Wi-Fi packages on board. They start at $5 a day for social media. It's a great way to stay in touch
that's
with
not
friends
bad
and
at
family
all.
back home. You know, rather than calling, because sometimes the international roaming you pay is just outrageous. So you do something like WhatsApp or you do Facebook Messenger. It's
Yeah.
a great way to stay in touch with friends and
And
family.
it's only $5 a day?
$5 a day. So if you're doing a 7-day cruise, there's probably a break there. Instead of $35, it would be $25.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How many devices can you connect to that? Just one?
So the question is, how many devices can you connect with that? It is one at a time, but you can share. My husband and I just cruised a couple weeks ago, I mentioned, with the kids. And I had my iPhone, and he would bump me off to get on his iPad. And I mean, you can share devices, but you have to bump the other person off. So absolutely, that's a possibility.
You just have to stand there and both of you use the phone at the same time. Hi.
There you go. Or you can do 2 packages if you want, but you know, if you're looking for ways
$5 a
to
day
save.
is cheap.
It is.
That's very inexpensive. That's a surprise.
Post all your photos, make your friends jealous back home.
Exactly.
There you go. And then Jen, sort of the last tip I wanted to pass along, we are the only cruise line out there that guarantees you're going to have a great vacation. So if any of you in this room have never been on a cruise, if you're on the fence, if you're worried about it, I don't know, I'm going to get seasick, I don't know, I can't swim, I can't drink that much water, I've heard them all. But we guarantee it. So you don't have to sign up for anything special. If you get on the ship and you're just miserable, unhappy for whatever reason, you let us know within the first 24 hours. We will pay all of your expenses to get you back home. We'll cover the cost of your flight, your air, hotel, if we need to. We'll refund 110% of your cruise fare and make sure you're whole. So really, if you're going on vacation and you just hate it for whatever reason, you're going to get your money all the way back. You're going to have a little bit extra. You just might be out a little vacation time.
Ma'am?
Really ever done that?
So that's a good question. Yeah, so it's less than 1/10% every year that actually uses it. And many times it's people who may have had, maybe their family member back home had a medical emergency and they had to fly back home. But you have to do it within 24 hours. You can't wait till the end of the cruise. And
Right,
it's like
same.
sending your meal back at a restaurant.
Right. You get as soon as it hits the table, you got to send it back.
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
Yes.
But I think that's great. That just tells you the confidence that you guys have in your product. And also, you know, sometimes people get preconceived notions about particular, listen, there's a lot of people who just have never cruised before, and this is a great way to experience cruising for the very first time.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
that's what I said. You know, like I mentioned at the very beginning, we're all around the country. We want to get everyone on a cruise.
Yeah.
It's still, and I don't know about all you out there, this room sounds like a room of cruisers. You all have cruised in here, right? There we
Yes.
go. There we
Who
go.
else taking a cruise? Yeah.
Everyone?
David didn't raise his hand, but I know he's been on a cruise because I was on the cruise with him.
I think it's still only like 22% of people in this country have ever been on a cruise.
Yeah.
So we want to get you guys. If you've never been on, we want you to get on a cruise.
Yeah.
And know that we will guarantee you're going to have a great time.
Yeah, you said over 50% of the country is within 6-hour driving time to get to a port. If you book way ahead of time and use one of our Travel Planners International agents, you know you're going to get like the best value for everything because they know all the ins and outs of things.
Absolutely.
And you've got a guarantee.
Absolutely. It's a no-brainer.
This is a no-brainer, people.
Which actually, you know, you lead me into my next topic.
Aww.
Perfect segue, Jen.
Well, you know,
We're right there.
let's give it up for DJ Kirsten Sanchez. I'm just saying, her little presentation. Love it.
Music makes everything more fun, right?
Yeah, it
and
does.
martinis.
Exactly. Wait, before you get into the details
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
we did have a question. Mark was telling us that the Carnival phone app is awesome. It replaces the paper version of Fun Times.
You got it. Okay,
Love
so Mark
it.
has cruised with us. Oh, there's our friend Mark. Hey,
Yeah.
Mark. Nice to
Now
see
you realize who it is.
There we go. Yeah, now I see who it is. Yeah, so Mark, we do have the Hub app, which you can download onto your phone. It's a free app on the any of the app stores, or the app store, I guess. And then it works off the ship's Wi-Fi. So it is basically your fun times. It's your agenda for the day. It's got your bill on there, so if you wanted to see how much it's spent throughout the cruise. All of our ships that are digital, your pictures go to that app as well, so it is really handy. The thought is everyone has their phone these days.
you
We're
don't
carrying it around to take pictures, so
Yeah, we're not
might
putting
as
it in the
well have
safe
there.
anymore,
No,
Kirsten. I'm
no,
just
I
saying.
know. Although it's nice to disconnect.
Yeah, Tiffany said that's okay about the app, but she still likes the paper copy. Can you get a paper copy?
Yeah, paper copies are still delivered.
I'm
You
with you,
got
girl.
it.
I like reading magazines. Okay, and then Jeff wants to know, how does the guarantee work if you sail without a passport?
Jeff, good. Wait,
was
Jeff,
listening.
Jeff, you're cruising with us soon. I
Yes.
hope you're not planning to get off the ship, though.
That's right.
Yeah. No. So you do have to have a passport to use that vacation guarantee. So keep that in mind. If we had to fly you home from the Bahamas or Mexico, you would have to have a passport. So good one, Jeff. You're keeping me straight there.
There you go. All right, let's talk about the Carnival recommends booking with a travel agent. We do too.
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely. So I know we've got both travel agents and we've got a lot of guests here tonight. So I do want to tell you, you've made a smart choice. If you were invited by one of our Travel Planners International agents, stick with them. They are the experts out there. Carnival does recommend working with a travel agent. I mean, why wouldn't you? They've got the education, they've got the experience. I'll tell you, the last 3 weekends I've been with travel agents. We've been on ships, we've been going through trainings. They have the connections. So if you run into a problem, I always say not only do you have your travel agent, but you have me too. I'm the behind the scenes support for the travel agents. You've got the support, they've got all the deals at their fingertips. Because I will tell you, if you go online and try to figure out, it's like rocket scientists, you know. How in the world do you get the best deal? Travel agents have the shortcut. They know exactly where to find the best deal. There's nothing extra you pay. And I think that, Jen, is one of the big misconceptions out there, that you're going to pay a fortune for using a travel agent. Look, on our end, we work with the travel agents, we compensate them. You're not paying anything additional. It is the same rate. And if anyone out there is on the fence, just know any rates you can get with Carnival, your travel agent can get too. We do not offer anything lower or more special than the travel agents can get.
Gotta love that. Gotta love that.
So I will tell you, your travel agent should be your best friend.
Yes.
Please feel free to reach out to whoever invited you this evening, because we do have some special deals for you tonight too.
Yes. So because you attended, and because those of you that are online that have attended, you're getting to hear this exclusive opportunity.
Absolutely.
And it's only just for you and people that know us.
Exactly.
Okay.
You got to know Travel Planners International.
If you don't know Travel Planners International, you are out of luck.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you how to get a hold of us.
So this one starts at midnight. I made it start here just in a couple hours so we can all take advantage of it. But for the next 2 weeks, if you do book any of the sailings, it is a special fare code, again, only through Travel Planners International. But you can get a 3-category upgrade. And just for those of you in the room who aren't sure what that is, that doesn't mean you're going to book an interior and we're going to put you in a balcony.
Yeah.
I wish it did.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it just means we're going to move you up to a higher deck is what it is.
Higher is always better.
Higher is always better. So let's say you book a balcony, we're going to move you up to a higher balcony room. If you book an ocean view, same thing, a higher ocean view room. So a 3-category upgrade and up to $100 onboard credit. So if you're on a shorter cruise, the 3, 4, 5-day cruises, that would be a $50 onboard credit. If you're on the 6, 7, or 8-day cruises, we're going to give you a $100 onboard credit. So this starts at midnight and runs through May the 10th. So it's 2 weeks.
All right, so write that down. Starts tonight at midnight and then runs through May the 10th.
May the 10th.
Call your travel agent.
There is a code, and the travel agents will receive that. We'll get that out to you.
We'll get it to you, don't worry. She's one of our travel agents, I can tell.
I know. We were working on the email right before we came in here. I think at 8:30, I think right now it's going out, actually. Keep your eyes out.
Yes.
Look
So
at
we have the
Elizabeth.
question, is there a particular sailing window?
Any sailing. So for our travel agents in the room, do know it is our Fun Select rate out there. So it will have a special fare code to it too, though. So open window, doesn't matter if it's close in, further out, when it is. So it's on all the sailings.
That's awesome. Is this for new bookings only? I am assuming yes.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes.
Lisa, at midnight. And then Lynette wants to know, do you have to have Wi-Fi to use the Fun Times app?
So yes and no. So the Fun Hub app, it works off the ship's Wi-Fi, but there's no cost to use the Wi-Fi. So basically, if any of you are cruising, you put your phone in airplane mode because you do not want to leave it not in airplane mode. And it works off the ship's Wi-Fi. There's no cost to use it. The only time you would get into a cost is if, one, you're purchasing one of our Wi-Fi packages. If you wanted to be able to go on Facebook and Instagram or surf the internet and do your emails, that sort of thing, there would be a cost for that. But just to use the app itself, there's no cost. Now, there is a chat feature within the app as well, where it's $5 for the entire cruise, and you can chat with other people on the ship within that app.
Oh,
but
that's
again,
cool.
Yeah, it works off the ship's Wi-Fi, though.
So your kids could have their own phone and you could chat with them for just $5 total?
Exactly.
Okay, that's cool.
So it replaces, I don't know how long all of you have been cruising, but remember in the old days you put like a whiteboard outside your door, gone to the pool, gone to the bar, or you get your walkie-talkies and the kids would have the walkie-talkies and they never worked. So this is a modern way to replace it.
Wait, you would put a sign on the outside of you like you're in a dorm, right? And then you gone to the pool?
Gone to the bar, and then you'd have to figure out which bar.
Oh my God.
Timestamp it so you know when it happened.
When it happens, so you just show up and go, okay, all right, I'll come back later?
My friend's supposed to be here.
Yeah, where's my friend? Okay. Jeff wants to know, your good buddy Jeff wants to know, is the onboard credit combinable with other offers?
It is not, Jeff. So it is its own fare code out there.
So choose
Jeff-
the one that's best. Jeff is one of our travel agents, TPI travel agents. So see, he knows to ask the right questions so that he quotes the right thing to our
Exactly.
to our
So he
consumers.
gets the best deal out there.
You go, Jeff. You go, big guy. What questions do you go? Are we almost done?
Yeah.
Okay. So what questions do you guys have? If we haven't answered any of them, I know we're excited about going. I'm personally going to go on. Which one am I going on?
You're going on Horizon.
Horizon.
And you're going to the Alchemy Bar.
Okay. Yes. I'm going to apply.
I'm going to twist her
for
arm
a
here.
position on the other side of the bar where I sit and wait for people to serve me. That's what I'm going to apply
that's kind
for.
of the position I like.
Yeah.
You know, so they write you a prescription for whatever ails you.
Yeah.
I got a lot that ails me.
Yeah,
I got to spend a lot of time at the Alchemy Bar.
there you go. I'll just move from thing to thing. But I'm excited. Who's excited about trying out one of these new ships? Love it. Love it. Again, everyone's loving the Hub app.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's fantastic. Well, I'm hoping you guys enjoyed the presentation. Give it up to Kirsten.
Oh,
Good dive in Carnival. This was exciting. I got to tell
Awesome.
you. Oh, I got to tell you, a lot of people, you have preconceived notions about everything in life, right? So you bring that to the table with you. I'm very excited to see all the new Carnival ships. It sounds like it's just going to be a lot of fun. Don't be afraid, because quite frankly, if it doesn't work out in that first 24 hours and you hate it, they don't want you there anyway. They're going to ship you off the ship. They're going to pick you up in a helicopter and fly you out like Coast Guard.
We don't want the Debbie
We don't
Downers
need
on
you
there
on a
anyway.
ship anyway.
We want the fun people.
We don't want you on there. And then if you get stuck on the bike, no worries.
We'll send another bike out
That's
to push
right.
you around,
Sounds
right?
like Carnival's going to take great care of you. And if you are one of our many, many consumers that are watching us from around the country and you do not have a travel agent to work with, just give us a call tomorrow at, I have an 800 number, write it down, ready? 1-800-631-3636. That's 1-800-631-3636. We're open at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and ask for the business development team, and they will connect you with a TPI travel agent that knows Carnival well and will make sure you're well taken care of.
And just a side note, so for those of you who aren't familiar with TPI, you guys are awesome.
Aw.
Not only are they fun people, they're one of our top accounts across the country. You are a
Well,
top
kinda
travel agency.
Yeah.
They know their stuff. They know what they're doing.
Thank you.
and they're fun.
Yeah, we are
And
a
they're
ton of
fun.
fun. We're a ton of fun.
Perfect fit.
Exactly. Exactly. Any questions from the audience? You guys have been awesome. All right, so thank you for joining us for another vacation night. If you didn't get a chance to watch us live, no problem. As long as you're in that booking window that we talked about, which is midnight tonight on April 25th to May 10th.
To May 10th.
May
yes.
10th at midnight?
May 10th at
May-
11:59.
11:59 p.m. You can take advantage of that wonderful opportunity for you to be able to get a 3-category upgrade or and up to $100 onboard credit, and we'll make sure we connect you there. So until next time, we're going to say goodbye. Bye, everybody. Say goodbye.